I also have a standby guy. His name is Aminu. He used to be my mechanic, and I converted him into a runner. Like anytime you see us filming, there's somebody running mad on the street with bike. Going to pick this thing from there, going to pick that thing. It's so crazy, you can't even believe it. Aminu, I can't trade him. He doesn't even understand like proper English, but I will still keep him as opposed to a Lagos guy. I would rather work with Aminu as opposed to a Lagos guy because he understands the that's what they call it. Town, he understands it and he can get things done for me. So look at these guys. From the style of my slide, I would have wanted to make it clean, you know, posh, but I did this to represent something. It was intentional. This is how crazy my guests can be in beats before you start seeing them on camera. I don't necessarily have to properly write them down. This is how I write. On my book, you're so confused because I don't copy what I'm doing. I'm writing here, I'm doing this, this is how disorganized it looks, right? And so, sound. Do you remember the guy that refunded $10K, Ali? Yes. Imagine it was me. Not funny. So, very quickly, play this Golden Penny video. This video is not for you to enjoy the video. I don't think this is the final version, but I hope it plays correctly. So, this video.
Yau ina ɗauke da babban ambition. Ni ce dai ta ku zubai da kai tare. Wajen sarrafa kayan abinci.
Okay, pause. This is just I want to get from the video. Did you hear the sound? Yes. Did you hear the sound? I don't compromise with pricing when I'm doing commercials. I pay everybody where you can go and ask. Now, I hired the best sound guy in Kano. And for the guy to be the best in Kano, he doesn't just work in Kano, he works in Lagos everywhere. Best sound guy. And he's good. I'll still work with him tomorrow. However, guess what? Our audio got corrupted. Guess what saved the day? Hollyland Black Max. That's what I'm getting. Exactly. That guy, see. And you know that's why you need to have like minds around you. That's why you need to have like minds around you, because when we hire an outsider, right, or someone that doesn't work with us every time, we always put eyes on. We want to be sure, even though they tell us that you work with you or you'll be checking your work, right? And so, for safety purposes, I'll make us back to me, Omo, you sure someone will put this only land for this woman aside, and she more audaciously sound big woman. Guess what? That was how we sacrificed that Holy Land. There are other things to use it for, like create more content and all of that. But that Holy Land Black Max saved me how much? You know how much I was paid for this? It's not wedding, no, it's good money. It's not wedding, it's good money. So imagine that. Imagine me refunding that amount of money. That would have been so bad. As opposed to just using a Holy Land to save my day, and I plug in the Holy Land. And when we saw that he had issues, my editor was already annoyed. What's going on? Why is your sound like this, that? Don't forget, we brought the best sound guy. He wasn't out of negligence. We need to understand you're working with machines and you can malfunction. Right? Now, that Holy Land saved the whole day, and we got into editing, and I was like, wait, we recorded the Holy Land, and we checked. And guess what? Get the amazing thing about Holy Land. It's not just that he helped us save the sound. So Holy Land can also be a sound and a backup sound for you. So it has like 8 gig internal memory inside of it, right? Now, you can connect the wire to the camera, the connector, right? And that footage on your camera has feed, right? You have sound there. Then you can still decide to record externally. So even if one failed, you would have been able to use the other one. Please, let's give it up for Holy Land. And so, please, let's go back to the slide. Yeah. Moving on. That's why I said sound man. No, go back to that from our part. That's why I said sound man, light man. So sometimes this is what I do for all of us that are starting. When you are working with people, don't relate to people based on emotions. Try to understand that this is a destiny matter. Your life matters. Don't work with people because they have a fine face and he's my guy, he can make me laugh. If they don't have what Hausa call kokolua, they should stay at the back. You get? They are not meant to be your friends, because when you become broke, your children will ask you, right? And it is based on your relationship that would matter what your future will look like, both with God and with men. You get? So I have a producer that can double as a light man, that can double as an art director, right? And this producer would also hold sound. when things get tough. So that's why you need people that every day they're on YouTube. They don't have any, aside the regular things they're supposed to do with their life, worship God, attend to family and all of that. They need to be bookworms in that regards, like always being on YouTube, trying to study different things, right? And so you see these guys, when you have one of that person around you and you now get a 100 million naira budget, imagine what you will create. Do you understand? And so you see, but why won't I compromise on DP and director? I can shoot. I film a lot. I film so well, by God's grace. But I direct as well. Why would I say hire Aaron as DP? Because there are some things that your eyes are limited to see if you are holding the camera. There are some things you would never see. In fact, it's as simple as when you don't even have to be a director to see it. A very good DP might be filming and he's concerned about, do you know how many variables DPs have to deal with? You are dealing with exposure, you are dealing with focus, you are dealing with color temperature, you are dealing with so many things. The exposure is not just one exposure, the 3 exposure triangles, right? I don't want to go into all those advanced settings and all of that, but you are dealing with a lot of variables. So if upon that you can still be creative to get an angle, I think is enough for a DP. Adding extra stuff is going to just wear him out. Now, where does a director come in? Or let me even use this, my guy sitting here. He doesn't even need to be a filmmaker. But if I'm meant to film this auntie and she's sitting out here and I'm meant to like focus on the glasses and I cannot see that, oh, there is a house fly somewhere around the wall or something. Do you know this guy doesn't need to be a director to just see all of us and say, I'll see what they shoot. See fly for back now. It's as simple as that. Do you get? That is why you always need that director's eyes. He must be there. Sometimes I still take the camera and I take some shots myself because of I envisioned it myself. Not that I cannot explain it. I just like to take it myself, right? But as a director, I've been able to satisfy my clients more. Instead of struggling with being a DP, being a director, I've been able to, because why? Now, this guy saw a house fly, but let me tell you what the director is seeing. The director is not only looking at the creative angles. He's making sure, does this shot achieve our slide 1? Do you remember slide 1? The achievement of the client. That is your own problem. Oh. As much as we want it to be creative, are you sure this shot is helping us tell the story that the clients intend to tell? Is this angle not contradicting? Right? You are the second eye of the DP. You have to look at all of those details. So if you want to now say you compromise on this budget, you cannot. Why the producer is there, paying people, because you don't want to have money issues when you're the director. You don't need that. Just focus on your creative work, right? Just give the producer all the money. That's why you need people you trust. I don't cross-check my guy's breakdown when he sends it to me. If he sends it to me and tells me it's 4 million that we spent, it's 4 million. I don't need to check it. Why? Over time, I have trusted him. That's why you need to find a team to grow. You don't just work with different people. Some people, it works for them, but there's always a downside to it, right? And so this guy, I trust him so much. He can always do my money stuff for me. I don't need to bother. So producer is doing that. And this producer, I told you, he double as a lightman. Our last production, I don't know who was there. Again, we brought they say he's the best in Kano. I don't call his name. He's a light guy. He's based in Kaduna. I said, how much? He charged me one serious money. I'm like, bro, I never blow now. But director, he's like, no, that's what it's going to take. I said, yeah, come. I spoke to my guy. He said, we should bring you. We brought him. Tell me why we are still the one. Is Ola that is a producer that is telling him where to put lights? What's going on? But you see, that is why you need to have people that know what they are doing. Right? You need to have people that know what they are doing. And so the list goes on. Now, I'm going to look at all this gear. We have sound, camera, lighting, props, communication, stabilizers. So whilst we are trying to be creative, it doesn't mean we should still live without structure. Whilst you are trying to be creative, it doesn't mean we should live without steez. You know, one of the things I thank wedding films for, I'm so happy I did wedding films at the beginning. It taught me how to respect myself. It taught me how to come with a lot of steez around my clients. You know, commercial people have sold Reina themselves, they have taken themselves, like any clients can talk to them anyhow because they don't respect themselves. They don't know how to package themselves, as Nigerians will call it, right? But as a wedding filmmaker, my Kano guys understand what I'm talking about. The bride cannot talk to you anyhow because they know how much they are paying. Do you get? And you also look good every time. You are not coming just come and dirty yourself. You have to look good. So even if you are doing commercial, still try to look good. Please let's clap for Alhamdulillah. I feel like he's the best dressed creative in Kano. He's always dressing well. Like, so you need to dress well. And so it doesn't only end as dressing well to keep your C's. Organization. This is why I don't used to play with Hollyland. That's their headphone. I don't even want to know the name, the model, but guy, hire that thing. You get why? Because imagine you don't have this stuff and the kind of space we are filming that last time. Let's say clients are sitting down here and I don't have this stuff. And my guy, I'm seeing his shots because we are using this product as well. This product, right? You know, you can transmit video and you as director, you'll be seeing feed, right? You'll be getting feed. Now, so imagine I'm on my director's chair, my DP, his shot is not on focus, right? And there's some important information I'm meant to tell him. So don't forget, I'm using this and I'm transmitting video from his camera wirelessly, right? And I transmit, I'm seeing it. And now I want to tell him, bro, how far? Your shot is not on focus. Don't forget, client is sitting down there. And the client said that's where they like the most. That part that lady is saying. And the actor is also complaining, or the talent saying that, oh, me, this is the last time I'm cramming this thing, I cannot recite it again, because it happens when you get into the video, understand? It happens. I cannot recite this thing again. And now you want to tell your guy, your short, no day focus. You want shout out. So it doesn't take much for people to look down on young creatives. That's the problem we have. If it was a 40-something years old man that did that, the client will not really bother. But as you being young, they believe it's fluke. They don't believe that you really know what you are doing. They are trying to look for doubts around you. And so, but when I have this on, I just tell them, focus. And the client asks me, I say, when I sing, I sing. No worries. Do you get? I've already sent my message. So how much will this cost? Even if you cannot buy, go and rent it. How much will it cost to save you that shame and appear more professional in front of your clients? And so that's why they are not going to see you finish. I have a client, I was showing her our job. I was showing her the job we made for them, the first cut. And, you know, a team of people, a white guy was there, you know, trying to intimidate her. I was even scrolling Instagram. I knew the video was good. And the lady came, I was like, there's this other company that does video for us. Anytime he's coming to play his video, he's always shaking. He's scared of me. Me, I don't even send you. Like, do you get? Because over time, I would have done. It's not about the quality of my work now. It's about the way I was able to appear with my team in your presence. You saw the professionalism. You could not doubt. You know that these guys know what they are doing, right? And one of the things that make all these teams look unprofessional, or some teams look, is just communication. This one wants to talk, he has to shout. Sometimes this one has to insult this one. And so these guys just feel like they are not organized. It just needs for one person to say it in their team. They are not organized. They remain with chorus. They are not organized. They don't even care what people have done before that time. Do you understand? So it is very important, please. You cannot play with communication. You need to incorporate it into your course. You are asking who will pay for it. Charge your clients. Charge your clients. Tell them the need. Tell them the problem that the mic, that the whatever I saw. Tell them that it helps you not to disrupt the shoot. For you now, you know what it's doing for you. And that's not the only thing. There are so many other angles that you can see the importance of this thing. But tell them that, oh, if this guy is here, I don't need to walk and go and tell. I can just easily pass. And even yourself and all of that. Do you get? So there are so many things to do with the Hollyland headset. And it's very, very important. It has really helped me in the course of my career. How many video stations do you know? This is about buttressing on sound again. How many video stations do you know that do not have audio? Is there any video station that doesn't have audio? Good. But you have radio stations that don't have video. That's to let you know how important sound is. You cannot even compromise on sound. Do you get? So when you are budgeting for sound, don't go and charge clients. What's the popular? Is there a rental guy that we know here in Canada that's very popular? They say there's this guy Tege. So if Tege, you now say, Zamuje couldn't Tege mana, and they tell you Tege say, I Tege actually something Dubugoma, and you just write Dubugoma on your. If you are charging, if your sound actually costs 10K, write 100K. I'm not joking. You don't even have an idea. Sometimes we buy what we are supposed to rent right there on set. I just need to know how much. There's contingency fee. I don't want to start going to budgeting for commercial. Let's move on. Please, how much more? Okay. So, production phase, show up early. You know, showing up early cannot be overemphasized. If you come on time, your mind is calm. You are able to execute better and seamlessly. Hire for your weaknesses. You need to tell yourself the truth, what you are good at. And for instance, Carson, great guy, please let's give him a round of applause. I need you to understand that it's just a matter of time. Hope you know barrier is not a language for us here. Whether he knows how to clearly communicate in English or not, if you are creative, you are creative. It doesn't matter. Can we give him a round of applause again? Yeah. So, Carlson is an editor. Carlson doesn't need to hire an editor as the director of that project. Go and look for guys that can shoot like mad. Do you get? Hire for your weakness. Hire where you know that we know really sabi this thing. Do you understand? All my guys, we are not really good. And it's not every time you come with money. You know, some of you creatives, you cannot pay everybody. There are some people that they pass your power. Your whole budget is what they are taking a day. Do you get? So learn to build relationships and leverage your relationships so that you can, it's not necessarily money. If you have built relationship with that person over time, you can come and tell him, Baba, I know that this is what you charge you, but this is what I have. Most times they'll do it for free. I film for people for free, up to now. And there are clients that, so I can leave not exaggerating, I can leave a 2 million naira job for a friend. Me, I did it last 2 weeks. Last week, not even last 2 weeks. I had a job for a company in the UK. I didn't just go. I went to go and film a job that was almost free because of relationships. That guy has eaten into my soul that there's nothing that he will tell me that will tell him no. Do you understand? And so that's what you should be built on. You can't pay all these people. So hire for your weaknesses. So don't necessarily hire. You can also call them up. Oh, boss, you know, let them know that you like what they are doing and all of that. You know, mutual respect. And next thing, they can turn up for you. Don't overthink on set. Business shots over creative shots. Tell me why it is when you are shooting the business shots, when the client said, for instance, Hollyland said, don't forget, this part is the most important part of the mic. And that's when you want to start turning gimbal 360. That is, you are putting the business priority, the creative priority over the business priority, right? Film it properly well, that you know that, oh, they would like it like this. Normal, every eye can understand what I did, then try your creative shot. It's as simple as that. I don't need to overthink it. One business shot, one creative shot is fine on set for commercials because, like I said, time is your greatest ally or your unit. Bad audio, bad film, we have done this already. Faster shoots. Tools like Hollyland make small teams powerful. Am I right or right? Good. It makes small teams powerful. You can't even overemphasize that. Just act as if you brought one sound guys from Lagos. As long as you have that lack marks, but no fear. In fact, bring gadgets that you are not using, right? Bring gears that you are not using, but make sure you have the Hollyland. Where is it? Okay. Make sure if you have this guy in your pocket, but just bring all those gears, even though they are spoiled. Act like that's the audio gear. Put this one in your pocket. Once you mic them, it's gone. It's over. I filmed. We recently just dropped the Argungu Fishing Festival episode 1. We're about to drop the episode 2. There is a music that we used for that episode 2. I filmed that thing. I'm not even saying this because this is their class of stuff. I filmed it on my way out with Hollyland LAC M2. I think is the one that is this. Yes. The music, I recorded it. And when I recorded that music, I don't want to hear license problem. So I recorded the music. The music is for Arungu. I paid the man to just play that stuff and, you know, record the music for me. It was like very nice music. Hausa music, better one. When you hear it in that film first, your mind will first day. You get mad music. And we'll be using it for the episode 2. So watch out for that as well. But you can see how versatile this gear, you just keep using this gear. Like, bro, just put it in your pocket. Come to any shoot with your mind being confident. You'll be so surprised what you're going to get, right? And always play back and take your safety shots. Many creators don't know this yet. Many creators are still finding out. Some of them is not yet a system. It has not yet stuck in their head. Play back and have safety shots. You see, there was this that I bought a memory card. It was new. That was the first I was using it. I went to film one of my very serious clients. I was still doing wedding films at the time. And went to film this client. And guess what? After filming the clients, in fact, I was like, oh, this video is going to do a lot of harm on the internet, right? I was so sure of the video. And tell me why I'm stepping into the event center and the card have corrupt. Like, I'm not even joking. The card got corrupt. We lost all the files. So imagine you are now filming. You are not playing back. You are not taking safety shots. You now finish filming. I now tell you, bro, you everywhere go first blow like this. Do you get? I spent over how much? I spent millions to go to Idonri for myself. Very sad story, no one has ever known. I said my guys that are close. I spent a lot of money to go to Idonri. I flew there just to get the mountains and all of that. I wanted the stuff for myself, just like how we did for Arungu. I think that was 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago. And we got there. I got there myself alone, climbed that hill, very lengthy. I almost died, bro. Climbed it like this, then started flying the drone. While I was flying, I was noticing that this thing they hang somehow. I said, okay, no wala. I finished flying. Do you know when I came back to Kano with this footage, all of them were corrupted, all of them. Have you seen any video like that online? No, I did not post it. All of them were corrupted, all of them were lagging. There is nobody I did not call. I entered YouTube. So this is why you need to always play back and take your safety shots. If I had played back there and I wasn't scared, although I was quite scared because I was the only one on the hill. If they push me for everything I want to, you get. So I needed to just be quick and get back to the town. I think it was Accra. Accra is closer to Idonri. And so I did not play back. But imagine I had played back. I would have been able to say, oh, which creative is in Idonri that can lend me a memory card? And I'll just take that and go and film and finish my content. And so you see, always play back, take your safety shot. Don't forget, these things can happen on your commercial sets. A commercial set that the company is here, the actor is here, the agency is there. Now, let me remind you, if you think it's about refund, I see so many arrogant creatives. I hope that none of them are here. That you spoil somebody's work, they are telling you, you are opening your mouth, say, by refunding, you think it's about the money. Now, let me open your eyes to understand. If you mess up a commercial, you are not only going to, if I want to talk about refund, you are not only going to refund the money that they paid you. You should refund the makeup artist money. You should refund the money that they paid the actor. You should refund the money that they paid for the location. Are you getting me? So you need to know the level of damage you have done. That is why when you are going to refund them, if there be any case, God forbid, that you have to refund, kneel down while refunding. Let them know that, see, this money is the smallest thing that I can give you. I have a friend in Abuja that got sued for 20 million naira. It sounds small, but they paid him 1.5 at the time. And they are suing him for 20 million because the wedding film. He did the highlight. Oh, you know, we in Ariwa here, we are very camp, very nice people. See, my outside guys, I beg clap for all of us. We are so, like, not to be tribalistic, but I hardly work with other tribes. If you are not Hausa, I don't feel work with you. I will just look you one kind. You have to like pay me too much before I start working with you if you are not Hausa. For real. Because this one now is an Igbo man. And the man is a barrister, I be Chief Justice. Then his children's wedding, you say, way you card format, I be drive format. Do you understand? Now, let me tell you, like I said, it's not about being tribalistic. It's good for us to be kind people. But if you do it to a northern man, he will understand that things can happen. If you are smart enough to be polite or not, you go and run your mouth. You will understand. He will just tell you, no, Allah, just enjoy. But they sued my guy 20M and he paid. It's not those ones, it's not those audio 20M. He paid. Do you understand? Need to let you know how important filmmaking is. All of us that are rushing into it, you never meet client to now make you see the play with the work. Do you get? So next slide now. Let me just run up on this. Edit immediately. This has already spoken to you about editing. Before the film, already know who's going to edit that job for you. Just have it at the back of my mind. This is who's editing. So that you don't don't miss out on ideas. There are some things, if you don't edit immediately, you miss out on them. Right? And so this is where history is made. Edit immediately, stay flexible. Ideas evolve. Right? Refine for clarity and emotion. Apply it. Is anyone calling me? Apply it the moment it comes to you. Ideas live on the air. They have no legitimate power. Do you hear this last phrase? ideas live on the air. They have no legitimate owner. Nobody owns ideas. So if it comes to your head, be thankful that God was faithful enough to drop it. You were able to spot it. It's not your own. If you don't do it, another person will do it. And I have proof for you. Open that frame, that picture. This thing I just said is not just me trying to create quotes. It happened. So, yeah. So, how many of you recognize this shot? Move it out. How many of you recognize this shot? Yeah, Argungu Fishing Festival. I took this shot at Argungu Fishing Festival, right? Now, tell me why. I had not met the person that took this shot at the time. I've never seen this shot in my life. And so we had a job in Water Guinness just quite recently. And he happened to be the photographer that was hired. This photographer, forget the name, you don't know him online, but this person took 60% of Osibanjo's pictures when he was on set. This person, he works directly with Tolani Ali. Most of the pictures that you see on Tolani Ali's page, he's one that is taking it. Bad guy, he's so good. And so he said the reason why he commented on my video was because at the time he was in Côte d'Ivoire and he took the same shot. Do you get? You see why ideas flow? And this shot was very, I'm going to make one phrase now. I don't want you guys to forget it. And so Kenneth, I just met Kenneth at the Water Guinness job. We started relating. We now found out that we had a lot of mutual friends and creatives, as the case may be. And Kenneth kept telling me, bro, I saw what you saw. Like, this thing you did, I was just in Côte d'Ivoire, like, around that time or sometimes back, and I took the same shot. I was like, are you playing? And he showed me. And that's why I asked him to send it to me. We are so cool now. I'm so happy I met that guy. It was the highlight of my last movie. I love meeting smart people. The guy's composition is smart. You already know what I'm trying to say. If you go to Tolani at this page, I said he created like 60%, not just edit, he snapped, literally. And so when this happened, I was not like, how many more things have we let go because of procrastination? Another person did. That did not come on your FYP did not mean that it did not flow to another person. Do you understand? Another person did it. And that is why I say creativity, I always define it not in every regard, but don't forget that I said creativity is intentionality. Creativity is not a superpower. Anybody can be creative. Creativity literally means the ability to doing or wanting to do things differently. So do you need to have any superpower to do things differently? Just by the thought. We are just very lazy at heart and mind most of the time. So this chair can be like this. What creativity literally means is, why don't you turn this chair like this? That's where your mind starts to open to create better things. And so I saw this flag. It was a regular flag. It was the most random flag I've ever seen. There was nothing nice about it. We come to Argungu. You were there. Did you see this flag? Did you coming from that? Good. You have the same kind of picture. Mad. So you see what I'm saying? And so I saw the flag. I was like, this flag just shall dry. But no get a touch. Use composition to make it look better. And that's what I literally did. Because I said I don't want to film it the regular way. What's the regular way? Take wide, put it in the center, take the close-up as is. Do you get? And so I said, I just want to do it differently. So did I have any superpower? I'm not Superman. I just thought that I can do it differently. And so I started looking for the shot. Don't mind you, but this is not the only frame that I took. Hope you know I must have tried like 5 different times. And when I was editing, that's why he was saying choose the best shot, because you take it different times. So don't think that all these things that you see, that's how we go to the field and we film all of them like that, verbatim. No. You would have a lot of fucked up shots. You have a lot of shots, sorry for the effort. You have a lot of shots that you don't even like, right? But it's your ability to choose the right shots that makes you a good storyteller and a good creative. Now, still on this, about excellence. That creativity is still tied to, it is limited to the amount of good stuff you consume. You cannot be creative above the frequency of the content that you have consumed. So if you have people that are shooting with, not trying to talk down on any camera, but it's 60D, and they're not really good, they don't care about details and all of that, and those are the kind of contents you literally see, your mind will not permit you to enter the realm, this realm, because you have not consumed enough good stuff. That's why if I see you as a creative and your Instagram, I'm seeing Bonner, I'm seeing this one, I'm seeing that one, instead of you to be following people that are doing good stuff that your mind needs to subconsciously record, you are not going to create any better. So you need to keep feeding your mind with good stuff. It also applies to color grading. In case of all of you that think that color grading is so mysterious, color grading is literally a school you will never finish going to. So just keep watching good stuff. The more you are watching good stuff, you might not know how to do it, but when you are playing around your mass and you get there, you understand, I have seen this thing before. Your mind will tell you, we have seen this thing on one great filmmaker's film. This is how it looks like. This is a good color grade. So for me, my color grading process, how I learned it, it was more of, I knew what was right before I started knowing how to do it. Do you understand? So I already know what a good color looks like. Then I'm just trying anything. If it comes out like this, I'll check. Did it fit what I have in my mind? That's just how I've been doing my thing. And that's how I've been able, by God's grace, to learn some of these amazing looks that we have, right? Thank you. Winner, on to the next one. Slide. So please, ideas float. No one is a legitimate owner. Don't forget that. So, advice for aspiring filmmakers, I feel like people have heard this. Hone your visual storytelling skills by studying art, architecture, nature, and whatever is worth studying. Literally, whatever is worth studying. Anything you think you can study, just study it. Why? You do not know, you do not know the day that you will meet something that relates to what you have studied, and you will better understand it. If you go to hospitals, don't just stay and be scrolling TikTok. Look at the architecture of hospitals. Try to understand how the system works. You do not know the day that you film a commercial for a hospital. Can you compare a director that grew up in the barracks, right? A director who grew up in the barracks and a director who grew up in, say, Magajirin Ufa here, and they ask them to film a documentary on Boko Haram. Who will tell the story better? It's as simple as that. So that's why you need to take advantage of anywhere you find yourself. You don't even have time again. If you see yourself in the nursery school, start thinking, what can happen? How can we tell a story from this? Understand how the school works. It's going to help you tell your story better. It's going to make your story richer. It will not look artificial. When they see your film scene, when they see your school scene or your war scene, they know that this person has a clear understanding. They will get lost in the video. They will forget that it was filmed. Because you need to understand as a creative, it is not when they tell you nice shots that you have done a job well done. It is when the person watching forgets that he's watching a film. You need to clearly get that. It's not about effect. It's not about the person should be lost in the video that they forget that it was filmed. That's when you have done it well. This thing, I wasn't even the first person that said Roger Dickens, but I've always known it. Roger Dickens made the same statement. It's not about just angles. Angles are there, but they are the secondary thing to consider. Storytelling is number one. You can tell your story well enough that people forget that they are watching a video. That's when you have done a job well done. So when people come and tell me, oh, boss, nice color grade, no, you are defined, no, you will pay me. I'm not even looking at your face. I'm looking at who will tell me I forgot that I was watching a film. They're the ones that can pay you. All these creative putting fire in your this thing, they're only there to cheer you up. They will not pay you. They cannot pay you, right? And so you see people mistake online followership for success. You can have any amount of followers you want. If your client, in fact, the client that paid me one of the hugest amounts at the beginning of my commercial career, she did not comment on my post. She did not like it. The one that paid me, you come and put fire for me. Bro, hold your fire. So, please, we should be clear. This is not, I appreciate everyone commenting on my post. This is not even to downplay it. I'm speaking to creatives. If my followers were here, I would not say this, right? But I'm speaking to creatives that should not be your core focus, right? And so we are going to be filming a commercial very quickly, as quick as we can. I might not be able to edit because we don't have time. We have like time constraints. However, this was what I did. I had ample time to create the script, but I didn't create the script. I just spoke about the script yesterday to Winner. I said, Winner, let's come up with an idea for with the resources. Like I said, you know, when you are brainstorming with your resources at heart. You are brainstorming with the amount of resources that you have available to you. So you cannot be brainstorming Sahara Desert when you know that there's no budget for travel. So you hold your brain not to go too far. Right? You are brainstorming based on the available resources that are around you. Right? And so I said, let's create something around here. And Winner sent me this script. I think it was about a girl that was trying to make content here in the middle of this class, and everybody was making noise. Then they brought the Hollyland mic. It was a cool script, but as I walked into here, that was when I started working on the script. I didn't open the script. Why? I wanted to let you know that creativity is intentionality. It's not church. It can happen. In 1 hour, you get it done. And so I didn't touch the script. It was when I entered into that place. That was when I went to sit down there and I just opened the script and I said, oh, how can we give a wow factor to this video? How can we send the same story? And how can we even do more for Hollyland? Because for now, let's say, if we have to say, creative, can you please tell me the goal of this commercial, for instance? Tell me, as the client, what do you want us to achieve with the goal? Let's be practical. Okay. So, no, you know, you are the clients now. What does Hollyland want? What does Hollyland want? Hollyland wants.
Let's do creative parents. So let's imagine that this is their land now.
Yes, very good. Let's give him this one because
launch the brand. So he wants to give us and tell us that.
So you are the client. You want me to make a video for this thing. What do you want me to achieve with it?
The goal is to actually, I want you to showcase how people can get their audio without actually exposing the mic or even showing it's there.
It's there. Beautiful. So I think this has magnet, Abi. This one, yes, that very makes it easier. So this was the story that we now pitched to me yesterday about someone just coming to the middle, trying to make content, and when the person is trying to make content, she's sharing so much noise, and someone hands her the Holy Land, right? Now, does that help us achieve his goal? Good. So this is why I want you to really understand. It doesn't help us. He's not saying he wants to make more sales. He says he wants to establish that this guy, the mic can be like invisible, right? That's the idea. And so, if we are to script a story based on that, what we are going to do is to look for how to. When I bought Hollyland, I bought it alongside. When I bought my mic, I have a lapel mic as well that came with it. That's how I bought it. So with that lapel mic, I can tell that story. The lapel mic is not like this; it has wires. So the way that they normally mic people for movies, that you see that they put it inside, that's just what I'll do. I'll tell you, instead of buying just this, the story is going to be about buying the lapel mic, adding it up, and hiding it within your shirt, and nobody knows you have a mic. Now, this is his goal. We have achieved it by making a tailor-made script that was meant for this is goal. Let's say the traditional achievement that Hollyland want to achieve is to get more sales, Abi, or to make people. You see, most of the time, their marketing styles feel very intimate. They want to connect more with their buyers, right?
I think for another thing is, if you're a professional creator, you understand some few basics. So when you mention, this thing has 24 kilowatts, it has 32 bits.
Yeah.
You are a audio person, you want to get to it. So I think for me, that's the business part. When I mentioned that, with this sound, you are getting 32 bits. You want to purchase it. Yeah. So I think that's part of the thing you want to mention.
Actually, that will come at the end of the video, like a voiceover, while we are flashing motion graphics of this mic, right? Or however you want to do it. Now, I'm saying, looking at the traditional or the most expected need of Hollyland, if we were to create a commercial here now for Hollyland, it will be to make more sales, right? Drive more sales. And because their storytelling style has to be like intimate and all of that, I now sat down there and said, how can we make this more intimate? How can we make this feel personal? If the girl is just standing, there's nothing. And so I found out that we could go far in time. When was Hollyland established? Like, when 2012. And so you see, the story I wanted to tell had to do with a grandmother using Hollyland. But if I had told it, it would not align because Hollyland as a company came out when. And so, please open the script. I immediately thought, and we took it to 2126, year 2126. That was my mind told me to do. I took it to the future. Right? And I said, wide shot, a futuristic classroom hall floating with holo screens. Understand, this is 2126. We are not expecting to see books, laptops. So you need to guide your mind while you are brainstorming. Understand the story you are trying to tell. The story is not just by what the person is saying. And so I expect to see holo screens. I expect to see neon accents, all of those things that show that we are not in a metaverse world and all of that, right? And so Amina is about to take her line, her content, and say, hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to, then the noise overwhelms her, right? And now guess what? We now throw it back to, don't forget, before we started the video, we showed a drone shot, we established a drone shot of a class, we put year 2126, right? So we already showed that this is the future. And now, while she's here and she overruns, when she sighs and she mutters, her eyes drift and she flashbacks. She flashed back to her mother, who was a content creator in year 2050 something or whatever. Why? In reality, if then, what are the jobs that you see our parents doing now? They are doctors, they are nurses, they are accountants, and all of that. Then in their time, that was the hot cake. Now, content creation is the hot cake. If you fast forward to 2021, 26, your grandmother should be content creators. Exactly. You feel me? Exactly. So that was why we were able to make it that way. And we did like 70 years earlier, we showed the grandmother in the market. The grandmother is not just a normal content creator, but she films in the market. That's to show you the level of noise that can go on in the market, to show you how, how undisputed the Hollyland landmarks too can be. And so we took her there. And why the grandmother, just very few shots. Hope you know commercials, you will not use more than a 2-second shot. Just establish her doing her content with her phone, right? And working during the market. And next thing, we are moving to, don't forget, it's a flashback. Oh. It's Abina's flashback. And next thing, we are showing her at a gravesite. Can you come down? We are showing her at a gravesite where they are going to drop flowers for her. As a gravesite. That's to show that the grandmother is dead. Just that shot is important enough. Then the next thing I want to see, I don't want to even see Amina's mom's face. I just want to see Amina's mother's hand dropping a frame. Please open our reference shots. Because even the reference shot, I got everything here whilst we're still trying to prepare. And so, short references. So all of the things I said, good. So this is just to tell you that it's grammar. So for video treatment, it doesn't have to look exactly, but it's just to remind you what you plan to do or what you intend to do. Go to the next one. So this is a classroom. Obviously, we have not gotten we just got the classroom to let you know. So that when the director is trying to, he knows it's a classroom he's going for. Next, more ideas of classroom. This should go back. This to establish how she will be in the middle of the class, right? To remind me, director treatments. Next. This to show when she starts to record and all of those people are making noise. These are the shots that will go for the B-rolls. 2 people laughing here, 2 people making noise here. This reference is to show you that, oh, this was what was happening, like this what will happen, to help you direct your shot better. Next. Go. So this to show, go back, another setup of friends making noise in the class. We are going to use all of you as actors, just get ready. To remind you that we're in 2021, it's not those books that we are seeing on those chairs that we should be seeing. We should be seeing holograms, we should be seeing them with VR, metal glasses and all of that. Next. Same thing, you are seeing, and this is what a noisy classroom at that time would be like. People are playing with holograms. Go. People are having video calls with their dogs. Yeah. Do you get it? There are things that will happen like that. Those are things that are likely to happen. People are having. Then don't forget when she dropped the picture of her grandma. Then just right beside the picture of her grandma. So let's say this is the frame of the grandma, right? And where's the mic you're trying to sell? This is the frame of her grandma. Oh, great. So this is the frame of her grandma. And we now see a hand drop the frame immediately after the grave shot, right? You see, are we following? Yes. You see a hand drop the frame, and this is the frame. Then we just see her drop this mic, which is the significance of her job while she was on earth, which is the Holy Land, right? The significance of her job. Now, when this girl has a flashback, she has gone to where they dropped all of these things, and this is the thing that she remembers the most. She remembered then their mother used to teach them that Mama's mic had noise cancellation. Zara, what's up? Help me drink. Please bring Mommy's mic to my school right now. I will just see the sister sprinting and comes here. And once they just bring the mic, the only thing we are about to film is the noise cancellation. Once she presses it, we are going to see like this ripple effect. So we're going to see, once they press the noise cancellation, it's just like everything will go through. In the sound design, you would not be able to hear anybody again. And you see the effect, the ripple effect, like it just came on class. Do you understand? Everybody knew something now. And she's calm, she starts creating her content. Don't forget, look at the grave shot I was talking about, dropping the flower and all of that. Go. Same thing. This is Amina, right? Now, she will not use a camera to create her content because at the time, content creators will be using meta glasses. So you need to always pay attention to those little details. When did I say I thought about this script? Eh? I thought about this script when I was sitting down here. It's because I have superpower. I just do things differently. And so she starts creating her content. Immediately she starts creating her content, she's not our production. Now that attracted the audience, next thing the voiceover rolling. And for me, I don't like to do motion graphics. I like there's this thing like product shots. You know what product shots look like? When they are, I prefer product. I want to start, voiceovers. Start saying, oh, don't forget to use the whole line. It has 32 gig, whatever. That's this, start calling all of this. So instead of using motion, I prefer to light this guy properly because of my wedding knowledge. I used to light shoes at the time. I would light shoes, I would light gown, I would light jewelry. So that's the idea I use here now. I will light this guy that you will feel like it's the whole center of attraction. I don't need to use it to make you like it. You will like it naturally. And when I finish filming, then first of all, I will start rolling on top of this, showing different angles, showing detailed shots of the holding down. Have we achieved the goal for the client or not? Were we creative or not? Let's shoot.
Everybody like this. I don't want anybody sitting at me. If they give you one work to do, please let me act.
For commercials, please, we have to stand up now. And we have to no, who can act for us here? Amina, Juliet, rise. Juliet, rise. Don't worry, just do it now. Yeah, just stand. So let's start creating cabals, and these things are very life applicable, right? Let's start creating cabals. If I'm here and I want to create cabals, I'm not going to create cabals with I do not know this. Don't forget, we want to recreate, go back to that reference of different people chatting in class. Now look at that. I'm not going to tell this guy, I know to tell each other. So at the end, so of you create a set there. One person should sit down there. Let's start. One person sit down there. The other person sit down there. And with your friend, start with them. Just turn. All of you look serious. All of you look serious. Just like this. Turn. Yes. I'm already seeing you like that. You have the like. No, the two. The two can do.
So one is we're using this now.
Oh, okay. Can we give them more?
Okay.
Like so, do you come with any glasses?
No.
Please, does anyone have glasses? Is that medicated? Please, let me borrow them. Oh, nice. In groups, yeah, this is fine. This guy is doing well. It makes sense. Aha. That's your specialty. Please, Chief, I beg you, please sit down. Please, yes, down. Serious. Don't be like that. Kali, the key light should be here. So please, I'll be doing a lot of things at the same time. I'll be directing the lighting as well. So you guys should pay attention to lighting. Right? I'll be directing the lighting as well. So you guys should not forget, when you want to light, please, these are the things that you will not learn most of the time. When you want to light a particular scene, most of the time, you don't have body. And start fighting in natural light. By the time it's originally coming from that window, right? Which means anything that has to do here, sun is coming out from this part. This is my key light, because originally it's going to come from here. If you want to fight it, you might up and down. You cannot like, even though we can't be that here now, but we are seeing people and all of that. That's the feel, that's the idea of what's going on here. Something that you can even channel that light as backlight. That from there is fine. Yes. So I don't see my frame. Exactly, just backward. So now, this is don't forget our first 2126, yeah, 2126. So add the drum pilot, the 2126, obviously that's in post-production, that's what we're writing. Our next version, let's see, I'm in our filming. Now, for commercials, you want to use wide most of the time.